Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Inside Guns with your host, me, the Yankee Marshal. I'm sure most of you by now have heard that Hunter Biden has reached a plea deal on his tax evasion charges and possibly on some pending firearms charges. And people are asking me, what do I think of this? It was a big topic of conversation last night in our live chat. And by the way, we have live chats every day at 6 p.m. Pacific time, except for Monday and Wednesday when they're at 5 p.m. Pacific time. If you want to come, there's a link in the upper corner of this video to all my live chats, including the one that will be happening tonight. And like I was saying, this was the topic of conversation last night, and people are asking me, am I surprised by this? What do I think about this? Is he going to see any jail time? Well, I don't believe for a second he'll see any jail time. Not at all. Not on the tax evasion charges, which is the main thing they're dealing with right now, because he's rich and connected. I don't know why that surprises anyone. And I'm not even going to be partisan here and play the political game. I'm just going to say it doesn't matter if he had an R or a D after his name. He has what matters, and that's a dollar sign. Like I said, he's rich and connected, and people who are rich and powerful don't pay for the things they do in this country. It's the way our justice system works. We actually have a pretty good justice system. It's pretty fair. It's pretty effective. If you can afford it, if you can afford to pay the right people, get the right attorneys, etc., well, then you'll probably be fine in this country. Because it's all set up to favor the people who have wealth and power. It's great that we all have right to a fair trial and a speedy trial, with a jury of our peers. But if we can't afford to do the things necessary to actually have a chance of winning, is it really a right that we enjoy? It's kind of like how I see the Second Amendment. We have the right to purchase firearms. We have a right to own things that we need to defend ourselves. But if you're being held down in poverty to where you can't afford it, do you really have that right? That's kind of why I started TYM because I know a lot of people can't afford it. If you want to be part of TYM another shameless plug here, you can go over to tympistolproject.com. And if you want to support it, you can either buy merchandise, or there's also 3 little medals there, a bronze, a silver, and a gold, that you can click on either one of those and go support TYM on Subscribestar and become a starlet of our channel. I know that's not the best name for that, but that's the only thing I got to call it for now. But like I said, that's why I formed TYM because how good is a right if you can't actually exercise it, if you don't have the ability? And that's kind of like the court systems. I knew he would not get in trouble because he has money, he has powerful friends, he'd be okay. Now, does this mean I don't think he should serve time? No, I think this guy's a scumbag. I think he's had every opportunity in life and chose not to take any of them. He had a chance to be someone special, someone important, someone that did good things. He chose to be a drug addict and a deadbeat dad who lives off the accomplishments of his father and uses his father's influence to make himself wealthy, even though he doesn't even deserve to draw breath as far as I'm concerned. I don't like deadbeat dads, period. I have one. I don't like them. I will never be one. And if you're one, don't try to explain to me why it's okay that you're one, because I don't want to hear it. So do I think he should go to jail? Yeah, I think this guy should be under the jail. And I'm sure there's things he's done that we don't even know about that are heinous. Illegal things even, diplomatic things. Things with foreign countries where he unjustly used the influence of his last name. This guy has probably committed so many crimes he should definitely be in jail. But not going to happen here. Sorry. The justice system, like I said, doesn't punish wealthy, connected people. It just doesn't happen. I'm not saying that's right. Just saying that's the way it is. Now, one thing that they also asked me on last night is, what about the gun charges? Do I think he should go to jail on the gun charges, where he lied on a 4473 to obtain a firearm? He got a little Colt 38 Special Cobra revolver, and he's a drug user, so he lied on the 4473. Now, do I think he should go to jail for this? This is a felony. This is not like those misdemeanor charges he pleaded to. This is a felony, period. But no, I don't think he should face any charges on this. Because if I did, I would be a hypocrite. I don't believe in the 4473. I think it's an infringement of our rights. I don't agree on background checks to purchase guns. if you're not in prison, you should have the right to exercise your Second Amendment rights. If you're someone who has proven themselves too dangerous to do that, you should be in prison. That's how I feel about that. So I'd be a real hypocrite if I was saying, well, I want him to go to jail because of who he is, when he did something that I have made, my personality, my platform here is all about being opposed to these things. The character I play is totally against these things. So why would I want him to be punished for it? I don't want to set a precedent that people should go to jail for lying on 4473s, because then the government can just start saying, hey, you said you never did this or you don't do that. Well, we have evidence that you did this or did that. And instead of just denying you, they'd put you in jail. And there's a reason they don't prosecute people for lying on 4473s, because generally when they say you're lying, we caught you, if they put people in jail, they'd have a lot of people that later on they'd have to let them go, because on appeal, most rejections get overturned. It turns out the person was right, the government was wrong. So I don't believe in 4473s. I don't believe that someone should go to prison just for lying on a 4473 when I don't think it should exist, even if it's Hunter Biden, who I think is a disgusting piece of garbage. If AOC lied on a 4473, I wouldn't think she should go to jail. I'd be like, I hope she sues them and gets 4473s done away with. Don't care who it is. I'm not going to change my opinion just because of who it's affecting right then and there. That's called hypocrisy. That's being a hypocrite. I hate hypocrites. I'm a firm believer that 4473 shouldn't exist. Plus, if I thought that Biden should go to jail for relying on the 4473, well, then I'd have to start saying that all these people in states like Oregon and Washington where marijuana is legal, who check that little box saying, nope, I don't do illegal substances, I think they should go to jail if I said Hunter Biden should go to jail. I do not think they should go to jail. I don't think they should have to answer that question. So I will not compromise my principles just to punish someone that's despicable like Hunter Biden. Won't do it. And anyone out there that you watch or listen to who claims to be pro-Second Amendment and claims to be pro-freedom and anti-infringement, all this stuff, and they're thinking Hunter Biden should go to prison over this, well, then you might want to start questioning whether that person is someone you need to listen to or not, because they're obviously a hypocrite. Because you don't change your opinion about what's right and wrong based on who gets to suffer or benefit from what's right or wrong. If it's right, it's right. If it's wrong, no matter who you're talking about. And in this case, I disagree with the entire principle of 4473s even existing. I disagree with the principle of charging people if they put erroneous information on there. What if you had a felony from when you were 16, they charged you with it as an adult, and it went on your record and it got sealed, and you're now 65 and you want to go buy a shotgun and you forget all about it and you fill out the paperwork. Should you go to jail? And here, it's the job of the government to catch those things. They obviously didn't catch it because he got the gun. So it obviously isn't that big of an issue. So I don't agree with that at all. Now, with his sister-in-law going to jail, if the story they made, the story that they told is true, which I doubt it, but even if it was, let's say the story they told is true. His sister-in-law found the gun in his truck, knew he was a prohibited person, or thought he was a prohibited person because he did drugs, and took the gun and threw it in a garbage can, a dumpster next to a high school. Well, then yes, she should go to jail. That was a complete irresponsible behavior. She stole someone's gun, and then she disposed of it in a very unsafe and irresponsible manner. That I'm okay with charging someone with. So charge her. Put her in jail. She should go for what she did. And that is if the story is correct. Now, I doubt the story is correct. I'm betting probably Biden himself panicked and either told her to do that or did it himself. But like I said, I'm not the jury here. I don't get to decide that. But if they were convicted of that they should go to jail for. The other thing a lot of people asked about that I really don't think much about is they said, well, maybe the Secret Service might have intervened and went and tried to get the paperwork where he bought the gun so that there was no evidence that he ever bought the gun. I don't doubt that for a second. I would bet that probably happened. Now, should we punish the Secret Service people? I don't know about that, because here's the thing. They're just grunts. And they're doing what they've always been forced to do, part of their job, protecting the career criminals and assholes that are the politicians they protect. That's become their job now, to cover up all the illegal activities of these people they're supposedly protecting, these public servants. So in that case, I don't know who to punish there, but it is something that should be looked into. But like I said, do I think Biden should go to jail? Of course. This guy should be under the jail. I wouldn't care. Do I think he'll go to jail? No, he's too rich and powerful. Do I believe he should go to jail on those gun charges? No, because I do not believe in those charges, and I don't think the government has the power to do that. The Constitution doesn't give them that power because we are not supposed to be infringed upon. Our rights to own and possess firearms, buy, keep, bear, whatever, is not supposed to be infringed upon by the government, so I cannot support that on principle regardless of who it affects. So in the end, like I said, he should go to jail, he won't go to jail, and I won't support him going to jail on charges for things that I don't think are crimes and that the government doesn't have the power to enforce.